morning. It's Thursday, January 15th, halfway through the month. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Paul J. Daly. That's Kyle Mountsier with all his synced up audio. Today we're talking about more buyers being approved for loans, full self-driving being subscription only, and loyalty expectations. How's your audio doing, buddy?
I don't know. It's frustrating. You know, if you watch the show if you just listen to the show, you don't even know.
Don't even say it, because if you say it, people will be like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, that's the biggest mistake. But when you do technical things like we tend to do every day, all day, and you do 1,300 episodes and you're doing all these things, you know, things come up. And those things may or may not be frustrating. Everybody's got them. Everybody's got them. Oh, hey, we're going to put this right front and center. NADAparties.com is the place to be. I'm starting to get a lot of text messages now. Like those are starting to ramp up. And as in the final 2 to 3 weeks before NAD, 3 weeks from today, it's going to be just about over.
We're going to be almost done with it. It's so actually, I was talking to someone last night. I was like, yeah. NADA is like next month. And I'm like, oh, that's 2 weeks away.
Technically, yes, it's next month. It is in February, but it is also halfway through January. So here we go. We also have next week, we're wheels up to Washington, D.C. Public Policy Day coming in on Thursday, January 22nd. Thanks to our friends at Safe Ride for partnering with us to make sure we can bring you all the coverage. We talked about this yesterday, but this is a critical part of the conversation in the auto industry that is often not, the dots aren't connected with the front line, with the dealerships and the general managers, because it's policy, it's policymakers, it's people thinking about things that actually will be impacting dealers down the line. And boy, is it so much better when they know what the dealers are thinking.
So much better. You got to be there. If you're close to DC, find us on January 22nd. Take some time, get on down there. Tell those people on the hill what's going on in the trenches.
Yeah, dog. And go to aso2.com. If we didn't give you enough things to do today, we do have a webinar coming up next Wednesday talking about back to brilliant basics, talking about elevating the buying experience through real world customer feedback with Betsy Marietti of Urban Science. This is a really great one. We love talking about customer feedback because you never know what those darn customers are going to say, do you?
You never know.
No, you don't. Or those YouTube commenters, Kyle.
You never know.
You just don't know what they're going to say.
They'll say everything. Don't tell me about the YouTube commenters, Paul.
They made fun of his beard. No, they didn't. Let's get into some news. The Dealertrack Credit Availability Index closed out December at 99.6, which is the highest reading since October of 2022. This is looking at a continuing return to pre-pandemic credit conditions, capping off a year-long trend of easing lending standards. That's good news for us, by the way. Approval rates rose to 73.7%, up 90 basis points from November and up 80 from December of last year. Average contract rates dropped from 10.5 to 10.3%, while yield spreads also narrowed. Subprime lending edged down from 14.3 to 14.1. Going the right direction still. Loans over 72 months did grow in share, though. That's something we're watching as consumers are stretching payments to keep monthly payments manageable. Captive lenders led the loosening of the things, but banks, credit unions, and finance companies all showed increasing flexibility.
Makes sense that captive lenders are leading the loosening because they're trying to sell through inventory from a new car perspective. Obviously, the average interest rate is dropping because the general prime rate is dropping. So that's good for everyone. And that allows lenders to be a bit more flexible because they can have confidence in payback because of payment terms. So this is good news all around. If approval rates are going up, that means you're getting more green checks in Route 1 and Dealertrack. So that's always good, especially as we head into a new year where tax season starts to come around, and affordability is always the prime on tax season with refunds. We're like a week out from refunds hitting banks for the first time. So prepare that marketing message.
Everybody. I mean, like I've seen these marketing messages. Well, we do work with people, and it's like, it's the message, right? Here comes the tax money. Spend it on a car before you spend it on stuff that is going to be gone in February, right? Car's better than a vacation. I think so.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are going to be gone.
I was trying to think of a segue there. Had a little bit of dead air is a rare thing on this show. Starting February 14th, Valentine's Day. Tesla's going to stop offering its full self-driving system as a one-time purchase, moving exclusively to a monthly subscription model, according to CEO Elon Musk. Full self-driving, which still requires active driver supervision, currently costs $8,000 if you buy it up front or $99 per month. Tesla hasn't said how many users pay for full self-driving, but once Musk admitted he was kind of glad not many bought the lifetime option. He can make more money by selling a subscription. The shift may be tied to his compensation package, which includes hitting 10 million active FSD subscriptions. Of course, it's tied to that, right? Like money motivates you to do certain things, take certain actions. California regulators are still considering suspending Tesla's sales license for 30 days over alleged misleading marketing of full self-drive capabilities. And Tesla hasn't disclosed how many of its customers have bought or are paying currently for monthly subscriptions.
Well, that's going to change. You know that, because if the pay plan and the compensation plan,
we're talking about it, baby,
because it's a public, but that's going to come into some sort of reporting sometime this year. So I'm excited to see what that is. I mean, this is it, especially once you get to like level 4 here. The dollar amount on this is kind of a no-brainer if you're used to that type of thing, I think. I still don't understand anybody that would shell out the $8,000. That kind of blows my mind. I would go month to month on this.
Well, I mean, it's broken up over payments, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. This is one of those places where I think, over the next 3 to 4 years, whether or not this is viable as a monthly subscription option, and this is what's weird to me, that it's tied to the comp package, because you got these Chinese automakers just saying, no, that's part of the car. And so I'm, the question mark still remains on whether or not
that's long-term viable.
Automaker is going to be able to maintain subscription pricing on any feature in the next 3 to 5 years.
It only takes one person to give it away or to package it in with the car. I mean, we were in a bit of a subscription pricing frenzy. Let me back up. Let's say 2 years ago, I think like GM was predicting all these billions of dollars through subscription revenue, and the BMW's mishap with charging for. Hey, it's cold out today. You want us to turn your heated seats on? It's like, I want you to turn this car into a trade-in and let me buy something else. This is really what that turned into. We know our friends at Safe Ride have some thoughts on this, on autonomy and safety. We're going to talk about that next week at Public Policy Day. But full self-drive, we'll see where it goes. Everyone that I know, every single person that has a Tesla that has used full self-drive absolutely raves over it.
Loves it.
Every single person.
Yep.
Every single one. I haven't heard a bad thing. The only bad things I've heard are on the internet. Have you ever heard any bad things on the internet?
Never heard a single bad thing on the internet.
Speaking of bad things on the internet.
Stop. Never heard anything bad on YouTube.
Everybody's going to be scouring the comments.
What is happening? In its 28th annual Consumer Loyalty Engagement Index, Brand Keys found that consumer expectations jumped a record-breaking 32% year over year, a shift that's shaking up brand rankings across industries and putting serious pressure on retailers to evolve. Hyundai once again ranked highest among automotive brands for meeting modern customer expectations. Its 17th year holding that title as the top in automotive. Nearly 40% of product and service categories saw new leaders emerge. Loyalty continues to deliver ROI. A 5% improvement can boost lifetime customer profits up 88%, while a 2% lift can cut marketing costs by nearly 30%. Top performers in their categories: Amazon, Whole Foods, Shell as a gas station, Ben & Jerry's, shout out the Great North, not Syracuse, sorry,
Vermont.
Burlington, Vermont.
Is that considered the Great North?
Dollar General. Robert Paskoff, president of Brand Keys, said, "The bottom line, loyalty moves markets."
Yeah, I mean, we talk so much about the word retention, and as much as we talk about retention in the auto industry, in retail auto, it still feels like people aren't as serious as they talk about it.
Fully dialed in,
right? But we hear it all the time: retention. This right here is just empirical evidence that loyalty and retention makes a massive difference in overall lifetime profitability of a customer and marketing spend. Absolutely. I don't hear people talk like that. Correlation isn't made enough in retail auto, but I think when you talk to the people with the highest retention, and if you look at their marketing budgets or even what they're spending their marketing budgets on, they're actually not spending it on like offers and things like that. They're spending it on like, how do I keep the retention wheel moving strongly? So this is just some broad information that I think should become back into the retention conversation.
Yeah,
we should make that louder.
For auto, this is it's a no-brainer. Focus on service, focus on retention, focus on service to sales. Understand how customer profile stays in your loop. Reduce your marketing spend, increase brand loyalty, and the rest
Experience.
Takes care of
Experience. Look, we hope you experienced a good show. How long were we today? 10 minutes? It felt longer than 10 minutes. I know.
Little guy.
We're getting good. We've done a couple of these. Whatever is going on, don't read the YouTube comments, and we will see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Go get something done.